Aprovecho antes de entrar ya en el final de este congreso.
Before going into the end, I would like to thank all the professionals that have helped us in this conference. For example, Jon Eguiguren, Maria Sánchez Guardamino, and Nekane Mujica, which have made this Congress much more inclusive and our language to be more inclusive. Round of applause for the three of them.
Es verdad que en esta incansable lucha.
It is true that in this fight to want to progress and be treated as people with rights, sometimes we don't look at these historic times like this 2 days. As you know, the origin of this Congress has been the country compact that is part of the World Campaign Generation for Equality. The country compact on gender equality and lives free from violence against women for the empowerment of girls and women, and also the involvement of men and boys, ecological transition, digital transformation, and feminist leadership and good governance. And who better to speak about this compact and to develop these ideas than the director of Emakunde, the Basque Women's Institute, Miren Elgarresta.
Good morning, good afternoon, rather. We're going to now start the closing session of this conference. Thanks very much, Maitena, for giving me the floor. It's my pleasure to talk about the country compact. This is the perfect way of wrapping up this conference, referring to this country compact. Yesterday and today, we have been talking extensively about equality. We've been talking about this country compact or covenant that stems from the Generation Equality Initiative. Our will is to build a new generation of equality, if I may use this expression. Our initiative is fully aligned with other international initiatives along these lines. Our country pact or compact is very much focused on the relationship between the different generations. It's a two-way dialogue, and at the very center of this compact, we have the Declaration and the Fourth World Conference of Women and the Beijing Conference, to be more exact. All the decisions that were made back then have been clear in our mind. We have asked all the participants to have those values very much present when preparing their presentations for this conference. I'd also like to say that from now till 2026, we need to step up the pace. It's very important that all institutions become more and more committed with equality. We want to generate new dynamics to give momentum to this initiative. We've requested the stakeholders to create a working group, and we have requested them to reflect on what has been done over the past 25 years, to take stock on what has been done and the steps that have been taken to promote equality, bearing in mind, of course, the Beijing objectives. Thirdly, we have asked this group to reflect on to where we currently stand regarding these goals, and we want them to engage in specific commitments to promote equality. And the compact was approved in 2021, and many different stakeholders have adhered to this covenant. For social, political, economic players have backed this process, this initiative. They have shown their full commitment to this initiative, and there are 10 commitments: economic justice, empowerment of girls and women, violence against women, childhood care, engagement of men, environmental transition, digital transition, women's movement, and women's leadership, and good governance. These are the 10 pillars. I love talking about cooperative governance. Every year we choose 2 topics as part of this initiative, and this year these will be as follows: empowerment of girls and women, and the topic that we have discussed yesterday and today, the digital transition, science, technology, and promoting equality in science and technology. That's at the very origin of this conference. Many of you in this room are personally engaged in this country compact. We want to redouble the efforts of all economic, political, and social players, local institutions, companies, research centers, education sector, representatives of the third sector, trade unions, companies. You have all participated actively in this process that we kicked off in 2021. We've had more than 450 people engaged. We've reached the midterm of this compact, and last week we summoned a new meeting to take stock on the road traveled and also to make a call so that we can ensure further support. We want to reinforce this country compact on gender equality. And during this time, we have asked the best society that everyone, each institution, does an inward analysis towards where the each institution stands. We've reflected on the progress made in terms of equality, and we've also been reflecting on the challenges ahead. And in order to take stock on the progress made in equality, we have made available to you a roadmap that we believe is possible for all those that participate. The main principles of these covenant are as follows. We want this compact to be recognized as a platform where the best citizens, particularly the young, see their ideals duly represented. Ideals for change towards a more egalitarian country free from violence, thus generating an active, committed society, committed to building a brighter future for the future generations. The mission is to give visibility to the commitment of the best society to promote equality between men and women and to contribute to a life free from gender-based violence in the best country in the framework of the 2030 objectives and the 2030 agenda. The overall goal is to accelerate the commitment of the best country vis-a-vis equality. We want a country compact in favor of equality and with a society free from violence. And the pillars of this initiative are shared leadership and integrating and all-embracing spirit, participation, and transformative collaboration. This compact will give hope to future generations. We want the future generations to be the generations of equality, and this will only be possible if we join forces. If everybody jumps on the bandwagon, we will only move towards real, actual equality if there's teamwork, if there's a partnership among private entities, public entities, entities from the third sector. Society as a whole needs to row in this very same direction. That's the spirit, the philosophy of this compact that creates synergies to promote equality. And that's precisely what we were looking for when we organized this conference. We wanted to create a space to create synergies among the main bodies active in the field of equality, science, and technology. We wanted to bring together these two worlds, sometimes worlds that seem far apart, but that need to understand and collaborate. And they need to understand each other. Maria Ángeles yesterday was mentioning that there are very bright opportunities ahead, and we need to build ties between science, between technology. It's very important that our social sciences clearly collaborate with technological sciences. I believe that we've been able to build new bridges. 200 people have participated in person in this conference, and 120, if I'm not mistaken, are joining this event online. And the physical space has proved to be too small for this conference. Thanks to this conference, we've been able to attract to the Basque Country renowned international experts. We've been able to summon some very important institutions in the fight in favor of equality. We have had representatives from the UN, from the European Commission, from the Spanish state, and from the Basque region. The main organizations of the scientific and technological ecosystem in the Basque Country have been present in the design and of this conference, and you have declared your commitment to continue contributing towards a fairer, more just, more inclusive society. For Emakunde, the end of the conference is not a point of destination. No, it's time to gain new force, to gain new momentum, to bring more people on board, to make sure that all the stakeholders are committed to promoting greater equality in science and technology. This will only be possible through shared leadership, participation, and a transformative community. These are the pillars of the country compact for equality. And now, at this point, with this, I'd like to formally close this event. Thanks very much, everyone, for your participation. I truly hope that we all go back home with a feeling of satisfaction, and hopefully we can continue working with full momentum. Thanks very much indeed.
Ez daukat da ezer gehiago gehitzerik.
Thanks very much. And at this point, I'd like to remind you that you need to return your interpreting devices.
The door is there? Okay. Thank you very much. Eskerrik asko bihotzez. Bai hemen zaude.
Thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts to all those that have participated both in person and online. See you soon.